Pass by those other places. They're not for you. Keep rolling around. Go by the tire store. Stop at Freddy's maybe. Get you a turtle. Then come on in, and we'll set you up to date with everything you need. Brenda Williams is in the house, so the Staginator is here. The Staginator.
The Staginator.
The Staginator is here today. Believe me now, I'll tell you later. I'm going to stage for you. She's going to make everything just right for you. You don't have to worry anymore. You know, how am I going to get everything to fit? How's it all going to work together? How's the lamps and the side tables and the throws and the drapes and all going to match? Don't even worry about it anymore. Brenda Williams is here. Colin is here today. We're all here to help you get exactly what you need. That's what this place is all about. All right, let's get rolling. I got Lux with me, and I got Brittany here with us. We're going to chat with them, the Sultan of Sleep here as well. We've just figured out that the Exo technology is actually 5 different hybrids, not 4, so we got to break it down with him later. You know what I mean? So let's get started with this with you, Lux. You were over there again on Tuesday with our friends, straight from St. Louis. Tell me what happened on Tuesday.
I know you're saying, Lux, it's September. I thought we were done in August, and truthfully, I thought we were too, but we have the greatest boss on the planet, and he wants to continue to help, and we had such success. I mean, you saw the 3 pages of names of dogs that had been adopted during the month of August, and a lot of that came from the fact that we were sponsoring the adoption fees, and we're not doing that this month. Somebody else has taken care of September. They are still taken care of. But it was showing the dogs on Facebook and really putting them out there because, like the same reason we're doing this here on the Mattress Direct page, so that people who are at home, who might be looking for furniture or better sleep can find us. People who are possibly thinking about adoption, when they see a cute adoptable dog flick through their feed, they're more likely to adopt. So the rescues have really been assisted by the social media, so we're helping them out there, and we're continuing. We got our bucket over there. We're continuing to pick up donations, which is very exciting. I met an adorable dog. Oh my gosh, it was an Aussie mix, 3 years old. So sweet. They don't get Aussie dogs very often. This one had different color eyes and full-on speckles.
Wow.
He was so sweet.
I think a lot of it, you said it's the social media is putting the attention on
Yeah.
it. The love that you share on those dogs, the love that the girls shared when they were here the other day, that's what comes shining through, okay?
Yeah.
It's
Aw.
your love of the animals, Lux, that gets me captivated to watch that every week, okay?
Well, it's pretty cool.
Because it
Pat
comes
has always
transi-
believed in this.
But it comes
you know.
translating through his
Thank you.
also, okay? When you guys went over there the first day and that first dog
Yeah.
jumped up on Pat's lap and they were cuddling
That dog
together.
had never seen a couch before in its life. It gets up on the Marshall home sectional and is like, so happy.
It's that, like you said, that how much Pat cares that we're extending this, how much you care about it, how much those ladies, they just put all in to help these wonderful animals. That's what came shining through, and that's
Yeah,
why people still
thank
want to
you.
keep doing it with us. You know
Even
what I mean?
during the pandemic, when it was tough for us to have the dogs over at the radio station when I worked in radio, Pat allowed us, because you guys have so much space here, to bring dogs and do a stray rescue segment back in the day. So I'm glad that Mattress Direct is going to continue to help me out there and help them out there. And we also have new projects every month going forward. So you might have seen us on the news over Labor Day weekend. We're helping out Skate Laborious in the month of September. So you can come and grab one of the gorgeous skate decks from Campbell or Relaxopedic. They're $100, and 100% of proceeds go to Skate Laborious, which is an incredible community place if you're not familiar with it. It's a community space. It was in a church downtown. It's for skateboarding and art. There's clothing shops, vintage clothing shops in there. But it burned down, and the community has really been rallying behind it. And Pat, being a skateboarder himself, this is kind of perfect. I believe we have some mattresses where you can get portion of the proceeds go to it as well.
That is correct. That is correct. And again, the skateboards, they have a beautiful design on them, and the proceeds goes to them. That's just another example of that community steward. There he is. Nice catch.
You know what I mean?
Real nice.
I'm getting really good at this
You
catching
are.
thing. This isn't the first time. Brittany's like, what? I'm like, we threw a rug in here
She
before.
caught a whole rug the
Yeah, I
first
got a rug
time. She
before.
caught a rug. She caught a rug once.
Don't
These
throw
are-
anything to
I
me
mean-
at 1 on 12.
The first time I videotaped you here, Pat is in the background on a skateboard skating by our huge store. So it's just absolutely perfect. He's been friends with those guys for many years. It's just really incredible that we keep giving every month and just trying to help out others in the community.
When we hear that something is burnt down, that affects every single one of us in that community. Even if you didn't go there and enjoy that, even if it wasn't your thing, it still affects us, right? And so when we're positive about that, when we're turning that around, when we're helping them rise like a phoenix from the ashes, then we're being the kind of community business, the kind of community stewards that we really want to be. And you see that grow with everyone. Everybody gets that. That's contagious, isn't it?
It was really interesting to see or to hear from Dave, who is one of the owners over at Skate Laborious, how kids would be in there skating and he'd see two parents speaking. One of the parents, the family grows up in like Walnut Grove area, and the other parents grew up in Chesterfield. And he's like, you would never see these parents interacting if they weren't coming to this big group space. And I think that's kind of a lot like our 12 area locations. We have so many people of all different walks of life that come into all of our different stores. But when you're able to help is when you really come together as a community.
Well,
and we're doing that.
Exactly right. When we got the new Marshall Home Collection, like we're sitting on the little cleat right here, we thought about the family. We did a survey for 6 weeks. We asked every family that come in here, what do you need? What price point do you have to have? What are you looking for? And then Pat went right out and got it. So you're right. It is very much that same thing. It's coming to find something that fits for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The family right now is in crisis. The cost of living is out of control. Right? And they're faced with dilemma after dilemma. If we can be solutions for just some things, we can help out just with some parts, like to get them the right kind of furniture, again, for them to be able to enjoy a place like that, that's doing an awful lot.
I mean, that's the financing here. The financing options that are available also allow for that, which is so incredible, because we don't want you sleeping on a terrible mattress that's hurting your back and causing you to have a disrupted waking life. You're walking around groggy, you're not as friendly and patient with your friends, your families, your children, for goodness sake. But you go, well, I can't buy this mattress because it's so many $1,000s. Well, we have incredible financing options for you because we want you to sleep comfortably so you can have a better life, and we want you to be able to do that for yourself and for your family.
We have multiple options on financing that fit for every credit range and every credit score, some of which don't even touch your actual credit, and so those are great. Those are 90 days, same as cash options, or we have the more traditional financing. So you can't say anymore, oh, I can't get what I need. No, we can help you with that. We can get you what you need, you know? And there is a big difference for that, okay? Since we've been doing the show, in the process of this time, I guess about 6 or 8 weeks, you went from helping your parents to then back to your own place, getting all your stuff back. Can I tell you something now, my friend? I can tell the difference.
Really?
Yes, I can tell the difference. You're getting more rest now.
I am.
You can literally
I
tell
sleep
that.
so much now.
And I don't say that in a necessary
No.
look, because you're always well
Thank you.
coiffed. I'm
Thank
not
you.
saying that. I'm just saying the energy, the bounce is back.
Yeah.
The full-on Lux is back.
I'm
You got
not using my alarm
the full
clock
Lux
to get up. It's
capacitor. Right, there you go.
crazy.
You don't need the
Yes.
alarm clock anymore.
I was just telling Brittany I'd been living with my parents who had a guest bed that they probably got from my grandparents, and it had the sink hole in the center, and I rolled around. It was miserable. And the first week of July, I moved into my new house, got my bed that I'd gotten from Mattress Direct back. Oh my gosh. And I gotta say, if you've ever thought about upgrading to the adjustable base, it is worth every single penny. Absolutely every feature on there. I use vibration every single night. I'm in zero gravity when my back hurts, when I'm feeling icky. When I have acid reflux, we talked about this too, or if you have snoring issues, they have an anti-snore button. I mean, it really is the way to take things from little sleep to like full-on rest, relaxation, recovery.
Absolutely. Is icky kind of like cooties?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so. Yeah. So, so now with the skate guys, with all the different community things that you're doing, you're involved with soccer also. So sleep is now a premium for you.
Absolutely.
When you were a radio host and you had one job, that was enough.
Yeah.
Now you have 11 jobs,
I know.
basically.
I do.
You basically have 11 jobs.
Work for all the soccer
Right?
teams. I coach soccer. I've got my mattress job. I'm everywhere.
You're a soccer mom for like how many different soccer teams?
Yeah.
Right? All the guys?
Soccer mom for grown men too.
For grown men.
That's the worst part.
So
Ones
again-
I didn't even birth.
So relate that to what families are going through. We're in this time of the year now where they're going back to school, right? You're coming up to the holidays. You just got through the summer. So it's an ever-evolving, always going.
I mean,
So
the fall especially. You got to remember back to school. You got a lot of the sports are starting again. So, like, I am not a parent, but again, as a soccer mom, I have to remember all the things I need to grab with me before I leave the house. And when I'm sleeping better, my brain is more actively able to go, okay, I need my phone, I need my keys, I need my wallet, I need my water bottle, I need to get this lunch, I need to bring this, I've got this coming up later in the day. Whereas when I wake up groggy, I'm who, what, where, when. I leave the house with 2 things. I end up not having half the things I need. And it really is the difference of being intentional and saying, okay, I'm not feeling great. What is the problem? And I think a lot of people don't think it's their mattress and their pillow, and the chances are it's your mattress and your pillow.
chances are there it is. To be a creative person like means that you have to be able to split your concentration, change hats several times in a day, all of that gets affected too if you're not getting enough rest. You've been honest with us about the issues you've had with that, okay? And you've had some stress issues, some anxiety issues. When you're able to manage those better, the creativity flows 10 times as good, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it really helps in everything that I do. And September is Mental Health Awareness Month as well. At the 24th of this month is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention Walk in Creve Coeur Park. And I have been really open about my mental health struggles. I have depression, anxiety, and PMDD, and all three of them affect me greatly. But when I'm sleeping better, I'm always able to one-up them. Like, if I'm not sleeping, it is a scramble for your life. But if I'm getting good sleep, I'm on a good foundation. Where do I walk forward?
So I guess the best way to say it straight out is you can cope better and see and understand you better.
Yeah.
And then be able to make those adjustments and be able to put, this is something you and I have talked about so many times here. Not enough people are putting self-care up at the top where it needs to be.
You'll die from sleep, lack of sleep, faster than you'll die from lack of food. Sleep is so essential, and I don't think that we necessarily prioritize it in that order. You know, we'll go out to dinner, a nice dinner for $100 a couple times a month, but when you think about spending a couple hundred on a nice mattress or $1,000 on a nice mattress, sometimes you squeeze up a little bit, I don't know, can I do it? We've got the financing options that can do it, and yes, you can do it, and when you do, you will be thankful for it, because good sleep is absolutely essential.
And if the mattress lasts you 10 or 15 years, and it has the cooling technology in it, that means you can kick up the air conditioner a couple notches, the mattress pays for itself.
Oh, yeah.
And then some, because you're more functional. You're not getting those monster drinks anymore, which are darn no good for you anyways. Okay? You don't have to drink 79 cups of coffee anymore.
No.
And so all those savings are the reason why to spend the good money on a mattress. Spend the best money that's going to really help you every day, instead of those silly bits of money that are just, Band-Aids on giant cuts, right?
And we know that everybody's really wants to save their money, and they want to, spend it the best way possible. We have incredible locally made mattresses, so we don't have these fabrics that are coming from across the world. We're not having to ship these mattresses from across the country. Therefore, you can take more money and put it into your mattress and get a nicer mattress. It's really the best of all worlds here.
Your friend might have made our mattress. One of your neighbors might have made our mattress.
Yeah.
Some member of your family right here in this area could have made one of the mattresses that we make here. That's pretty cool to be able to tell folks, and we get to tell them that every day. They're made here in Missouri, right? There's a lot of pride to live here in this area. This is a great area to live in. This whole state of Missouri is fantastic. So much, the fabric, the interwoven Midwest fabric of America, that comes shining through in everything we are here at Marshall Home and Mattress Direct, doesn't
We're
it?
locally owned. The people who work in your stores are local to those areas. And then you're buying your mattress from Cape Girardeau, Missouri, so it's locally made. It's being delivered by locally hired people. It's truly is an incredible cycle. It's the best place to put your money, and you're gonna get so much more for your money.
And there's a great backstory. M.H. Gray is Pat's grandfather, and Pat has been in this business his whole life, and so is Jen, and they've been born and raised in this. So who else would you want to buy a mattress from? He not only sells them to you, he's the guy designing them too. I tell everybody, he's kind of like that mad scientist. He's got the white lab coat with the hair sticking up like Chris Lloyd in Back to the Future. And when he comes out, the smoke comes out and it goes, oh.
And you see double coils, latex, foam, you see the layers, you see the whole thing.
Right. But that's the guy I want to buy a mattress from, right? That's the guy who has thought about me, who cares about my health, who used technology for the right purposes and did it at a price point and in my town where I know I'm going to get it right.
Yeah. It's the best of all the worlds, really.
What else can I tell you? What else do you need to tell us today? What else are you working on?
Well, I just wanted to say I've just had a chance to sit on all of the new Marshall Home collection. Obviously, we're sitting on a piece here, but we have 8 full section groupings here for us, and they are awesome. They weren't in the store last week, and so I've been very excited to see them in person, because the photos just do not do them justice, although, trust we will post them on social media so you can see, but truly come in and experience the sets we have here, because they make me want to redo my entire apartment, and I just moved into it. It's tough. Brittany just said she just moved into this place. She's like, oh, no. I want that one.
You just want to redo them all, because all of them are great, and there's so much more coming. New bed sets, new dining sets, new coffee tables. The Marshall Home collection is going to be so complete. It's going to have something for everybody, and it's going to be in the price point that makes all the families happy.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, this one's so comfy and
Oh.
cozy. We have the puppies on here. You can kick back. The chaise can be on either side. I mean,
And it's got that matching ottoman that's right below. We'll bring that out here in a second. You stick that right in here. It becomes that big jump right in it and sleep. And there's storage in that also, so the pillow and the blanket can go right in there.
get out of town. Not
Just
stay here.
that's it.
Stay
No,
here.
stay here. No, don't get out of town. Come here today. Come and see us today. Brenda's here till 8 o'clock. She can help you stage everything. Colin is here. We're all here to help you. To help you to feel better about where you live, about how you live, and how your family can operate. If you can get everything here at the right prices, then you can go skateboarding. You can start doing more things with your family. That's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to do. If they want to learn more about the skate park, how do they find out more about that?
You can go to stlmattressdirect.com. We have a great page there. It has a documentary showing you everything all about Skate Laborious, and it gives you the info on the skate decks and which mattresses you can purchase to make sure that your proceeds help out the community.
And you can still help Strays for St. Louis?
You absolutely can. Come by any of our 12 area locations, drop off any kind of donations. We've got the list up. And just for free, you can like, comment, share, or interact with the post. It's probably below this a little bit. Just scroll down when you're done watching this one. All the interactions absolutely free, but it does help the algorithm push the video into more feeds, which is how we were able to help so many dogs find homes.
There was 3 pages of
3
dogs
pages
that were
of names.
adopted this month because we really pushed it, because we went out there and said, look, last week alone they neutered 52. All right, there's over 300 in the foster system, so they need your help, guys. We all need it. My dog is my best friend. I was off yesterday, and I was in the backyard. She sat on my feet the whole day long, and didn't move from her dad. And this morning, she was still waiting for me to stay home with her again today. She was very unhappy with me that I got up and got dressed. When she saw the shower turn on, she was.
How do we talk to Pat about getting a Mattress Direct dog? Do you think your
Oh,
dog
Mary
would do
Kate,
well in here?
I got a golden retriever.
Get
It's
her a
absolutely
little bed
gorgeous.
in the corner that she can hang out on.
And she'd be everybody's best friend. She'll sell more beds than anybody else.
That's what I'm
telling you right now.
that's what I'm
She-
talking
I'm telling
about.
you, she knows the three sleep rules too. She does. She knows the 3 sleep rules.
If
All
anyone
right.
knows
She
about
barks
comfort,
a
it's
line.
She
You're
barks them
fine.
out.
Stay cool. Relieve your pressure points.
Side sleep. She's very good. She's very, very talented. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Brittany started here today, right?
Yay.
Today was basically your first day.
Welcome.
And the way we get people indoctrinated around here is we put them on the show. So you're going to get to
That's
meet
like
her.
a little light hazing for you.
We're going to do a little light hazing. We're going to find out about Brittany, find out what it's like to start out here, what her reflections are from day one. And then after that, the Sultan of Sleep will come in because we did figure it out that XO2, the new Relaxopedic, isn't 4 kinds of hybrid technology. It's 5. It's 5. So we got to break that down a little bit more, plus more with him. So don't you guys go anywhere. We're right back with more of Sleepless in St. Louis after this.
Getting a mattress that is like market. When you're shopping at a meeting with a sleep specialist neighborhood, you're getting best possible value before it's been marked up and shipped across the country. There's no mystery involved. When the mattress is closer to you when it's built, it doesn't have to go as far to get to you. It's going to get to you faster, and you're going to get a better night's sleep right away. You'll sleep better on a Missouri-made mattress from your neighborhood Mattress Direct. Campbell Mattress Company is celebrating 90 years of building the most comfortable mattresses here in Missouri. Built locally since 1933, more of your hard-earned money goes into the mattresses made here. The anniversary Campbell is our most comfortable yet. And right now you'll receive 2 deluxe Campbell pillows and a luxury sheet set. Shop local at Mattress Direct and get yours direct from the factory with no interest until 2028 and payment options for everyone.
Campbell mattresses are made in Missouri.
Rule number 142. Right? Still, sleep alright. Your inner Sleepless Direct. Sleep.
Here, are we back? Hey, we're back. Look like that, just like that, we're back. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome. This is Sleepless in St. Louis. This is a talk show that we do right here in the big, giant, wonderful showroom here, Marshall Home and Mattress Direct in Bridgeton. We're trying to show you the best of what St. Louis is about, what we've got here, how we're interacting with the community, how we're trying to make a difference, and how we're bringing the right stuff for the families, like this set right here. This is the Leclerc. It's part of the new Marshall Home collection. come on in and see it today. I'm telling you, like Lux just told you, we got 8 new sets and more coming. This stuff just came in today. That's in the boxes right now that they're building to put out onto the showroom. So in the next weeks that you come in here, you're going to see more and more fantastic new stuff. We're going to be able to match up everything. Remember when you were a kid, you had the animals, you could match up the two things, and then that's how you knew what shirt and pants to wear? Well, it's kind of going to be the same thing, but, not as, unsophisticated. It's going to be a little bit more than that, but it's going to be the same kind of thing, where you can put everything together for your house at one time. Matter of fact, I think right now, this is the guy telling me that he's coming to buy. Yeah, he's coming in to buy more. See, that's how that worked out? That was perfect. Thank you so much for calling right there in the show. So anyhow, our next guest is here with us. Brittany, you started here yesterday, and today, actually.
Yep.
You were interviewed yesterday, hired yesterday, here today, and just like that, now you're a guest on a talk show. Did you see that coming yesterday when you came on the interview?
No, not at all. I mean, I didn't see most of yesterday coming.
No, you didn't see any of it? Yeah, that's the kind of...
I spent about half the day here with Pat yesterday after coming in for an interview.
But once you come in and you kind of get the first taste of it, you don't want to get out. It's kind of like one of those things, right? It's like Alice in Wonderland kind of thing, right?
And I mean, I've never walked into a place on a first day or for an interview with people that are more welcoming, more friendly, and it's just so easy to mesh with and talk with right off the bat.
Well, that is definitely one of the keys to this entire business is that, look, there's 12 locations, so we're not teeny, but we're also not this huge conglomerate where everything is cold and antiseptic. There's wonderful people here. They're great judges of character. So you got to be a pretty good person if they liked you and brought you back today, because they have this. He has this like hidden barometer inside of his body, Pat, where he can just feel good people, and that's all we have. We have a lot of great people who really care about what we're doing here. This isn't a mattress place per se. I mean, it is, but really, what is it?
Health and wellness.
Yeah, it's a health and wellness business. It's about caring about people. So when the guy at the top and Lux and Jen and everybody, we all care about, we made you feel welcome. That's the goal, the same thing to do with the customers. So tell us a little bit, what's the first thing that you noticed, was the first thing that jumped out of your mind when you came here yesterday and today as you're looking at this, from someone from the outside looking in?
First thing I noticed is the flow of the store. It's set up so wonderfully and everything is staged so wonderfully that you get the feeling of the furniture being in your home. It's like walking into your living room, any set you walk into, and then you can walk over to the mattresses. There's such a huge selection. The 3 keys are right up on the wall. Align your spine, take care of your pressure points, relieve your pressure points, and keep yourself cool. And those are 3 great tenets. You sleep about a third of your life, so having those focus points is really important, and it's something that most people, I certainly didn't know that until I came in here yesterday and read those signs, that those were the things I should be focusing on to get the best quality sleep.
Hardly anybody knows that. None of us, when we came in to get started, knew that either, okay? It's something that we weren't conditioned to know because there was only one kind of mattress 10 years ago or 20 years ago. And now there's one for everybody. Now the science of sleep has come into the equation. That's one of the reasons we have this show. There's a REM cycle that you get into, and if you don't get down into that deep part of the sleep, you really didn't sleep even though you were out, right? And your body didn't get a chance to relax, and you still felt like you were at the gym while you were sleeping. Although I don't know that personally because I don't even know a guy named Jim, but that's a long story. But the point is, yes, you're right. And the staging, we have the staginator. I didn't say that right. The staginator. Brenda Williams is here. She's been doing this for a few days now. I'm not allowed to actually say how long I said it on the air here a couple weeks ago, and I got whacked with a purse. So I'm not allowed to say the actual amount of years that she's been doing it, but it's been a minute. And Pat also, it's been a minute. They've been doing it a while. Yet they're not at the stage of life. There's no jadedness. That's what I love. At this point, you're doing this long. You know, at the end of my 25 years of comedy, at the end, if everything didn't go right, if those blue M&Ms weren't in my dressing room, I wasn't going on. Okay, but that doesn't happen around here with these guys. The more they're in it, the more they're with the people, the more that they're involved in this business and in this community, the more they seem to care, not the less. That's pretty cool. It's a unique thing to find, isn't it?
Yeah, the passion of the people that work here really jumps out at you as soon as you walk in here and talk to anyone.
So
the passion for the business.
So you got that right away, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I told them all to do that for when you were coming. Did it seem like we did it like seamlessly? Did we like it was like honest?
You would never know.
Hey, look at that! Check out the No, okay. So all right, let's hear a little bit about you. You're how long are you here in St. Louis?
I moved here just over 2 years ago, actually, from the West Coast.
You told me from Oregon. So you come from Oregon all the way to Missouri. What made you do that?
My fiance's godson is out here, actually, and he wanted to be able to be part of his life. Lost a family member due to COVID, so bringing family together was really important, and we decided to come out here. And then my fiance's mom actually followed us, so she's out here living just 10 minutes up the road from us now too.
Well, I'm sorry that happened, that you lost a family member, but we're happy that you're here in Missouri. What's the biggest difference from Oregon to Missouri?
I'm not gonna lie, you guys, people are so much more friendly out here.
Are they really?
Oh yeah.
Is that right now?
Yeah.
They're much more friendly. They're not friendly in Oregon.
No, it was incredible. My first flight out here, when I came to visit, the difference when you flew into St. Louis with the people that were locals or people that were living here coming home, they actually listened to the flight attendants. They stayed seated. There was no bickering about getting on the plane faster. But flying back into Portland, there's people on that plane that look like they're going to get in a fist fight with you to try to get off the plane faster.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you attribute this to?
I don't
The air quality, the
know,
weather, the what?
maybe it's the gray. Maybe it's the gray in Portland. The fact that we're all lacking in vitamin D when you're living out there.
So there's not a lot of sunshine out there.
No, there's a lot of overcast and gray. I mean, it's a beautiful area. Don't get me wrong.
Gorgeous,
the trees,
right? Yeah.
everything like that. It's beautiful, but it is a lot of gray, overcast weather. You don't see just sunshiny, beautiful days.
So you think that I agree with you. I think that has something to do with the overall mood of a place. This is certainly a weather incubator. You get pretty much everything here, right? So, okay, I can see that. That makes it interesting.
Yeah.
What do you like so far about St. Louis? What are the things that you're jumping right into here as
I mean,
St. Louis?
I grew up in Portland. One of the things that jumped out to me the fastest, of course, was how little traffic there is in comparison to Portland.
Really?
Yeah, I used to commute. So I live in Alton, and I'm coming out to Bridgeton right now, which is about 35 minutes here.
Yeah.
Doing that commute when I was in Portland, that same amount of time, would have taken me 2 hours.
So I'm hearing lots of different good quality of life upgrades
Yeah.
by coming here to St. Louis. You guys hear that? We beat Portland. Ha! See you later, Portland. All right, good. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about, let's see, have you gone out to any of the fun things and the food and all that? What has struck you from that here in this area?
I have hit the big things, you know, the zoo, the botanical gardens. I'm going to go see the Chihuly glass exhibit that's going on in the
Are
botanical
we allowed
gardens.
to say that on TV?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know.
I was kidding. Go ahead.
So, those nice features in St. Louis, they're also free. I can't tell you how much it costs to go to the zoo in Portland.
How much?
It's
it's
like
got to be like
$40 a person.
$49, I'm guessing, per person, right?
Yeah.
To go see a zoo that's probably not even as nice as this one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I love
absolutely
about
crazy.
St. Louis too. That the museums, the zoo, the museum at the bottom of the arch, all free. You know, which is great. You know, you can take the kids. You can everybody go have a
I
great
have not
time.
gone up the arch yet. I chickened out on that one.
I
I
have
don't know
not.
if I want to do it.
I'm so afraid of heights that I don't even like being this tall. If I look straight down right now, I'm going to have vertigo.
I'll never
I
have to
can't
worry
do it.
about
I
being
can't
too
do it.
tall.
I can't do it. I can't do heights either. No, but there's so much in this area. There's so many great neighborhoods. There's so much great food here also. So it must have been a nice welcome change for you
Yeah.
guys to jump in. And is everybody, is your fiance and your mother-in-law, everybody's enjoying it as much as you
Yeah,
are?
yeah, we loved a couple of our favorites. We're going out to St. Charles, and we actually went and did Merrimack Caverns when my parents came to visit. at one
Nice.
point, and that was incredible.
By the way, we got stores over in that area, St. Charles, St. Peter. Go on over there, shop there, and then you can go over there and check those things out too. Everywhere you want to go, we got one. What else? And what did you do before this?
Before this, I've always been retail, mostly management. Oddly enough, I started my working career as a hairdresser.
Really?
Yeah, I did hair, makeup, all of that for a few years. And artistically, great. It was fantastic. It just wasn't challenging enough for me mentally.
Okay, so you wanted something that you could sink your teeth into, a little bit more, business savvy, a little more use that calculator, use your mind a little bit
Yeah.
more than that. Okay, but as you look at it right now, sometimes when I get too much out, I look like a founding father. How am I doing today? Am I all right?
You're good. You're
Am I
looking
right? 'Cause
sleek and
sometimes-
smooth. Yeah.
Some days it goes this way, bozos on me.
I don't think anyone's going to think
then-
you're wearing a powdered wig today.
Yeah, but some days they do. People come up to me and go, "Did you invent the stove?" Yeah, I did. Okay. All right. So you've always been in retail. What about retail interests you? The interaction with people, the changing environment of it, the excitement. What gets you going on that?
I love interacting with people. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have done hair if I didn't like talking to people, helping people. But I also just like keeping up with the trends of things too, and seeing what's new, what's happening, what people are most attracted to, and getting it through the different retail realms, you learn a lot about people's needs and connecting with people on a more effective level than the, hey, how's the weather today? How you doing today? It's about building those connections with people so they feel seen and heard and valued. And that's a great skill that you learn in retail to help add value to people's lives, no matter what realm of retail you're working
To
in.
make instant relationships and build trust right away does dissolve. It involves a level of discernment that you can develop over time when you're doing this for a while. The entire retail industry is changed significantly. It continues to do so. Let's teach these guys a lesson before we finish this segment, okay? There is way too many folks, you know who I'm talking to, right over there, I see you, who purchase a mattress in a box online without ever touching it. Because no longer do they feel retail is worth, or going to the store is worth their time. That is so not true, is it not? No. I mean, how do you buy something like that without coming in and touching it and laying on it and feeling it, right? Right? And we can tell them that when they come. They come in, they've seen something online, and they think they know what they want, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But in the end, it's not really what they want. And really coming in and touching it and feeling it and laying on it and getting into it, so to speak, is really the only way to go, right?
You cannot know if it's the right fit for you, for your body, for your spine, unless you have spent time laying on it.
Same thing with the furniture here. You got to come in and sit down on it. You've got to try it out. You've got to bring the whole family in and say, okay, we set it up for this perfectly here so that you can imagine the TV there and you can see the whole family together. And if you don't do all that, you're not going to get it right. So the notion that retail is no longer strong enough or it isn't the right way to, I disagree with that. I still think there's so much to coming in, spending time with the people, getting to know them, like you said, building those relationships.
I mean, human connection is essential for humans to thrive and live. So taking that out of the equation of your everyday life is a huge mistake.
Did you just hear her say that? Now, I've been telling you guys that for weeks, and you must be saying it at this point, Pete, you're just saying it over and over again like a broken record. Okay, fine, but now I just got validation, okay? This here's validation right here, that I was right the whole time. It's so true, right? Okay? You don't, at this point, I personally don't believe you should purchase anything online, okay? That's what I think. I think Al Gore screwed the whole thing up, okay? Thanks for nothing, buddy. Right? I think that you should come into the store for everything. You need to interact with the person. They're not just buying the mattress and the couch. They're buying us too, right? And we're trying to sell right a mindset or an attitude or a community spirit, if you will, that Pat has fostered here amongst all of us with all this wonderful outreach we do. Isn't that cool too?
Yeah.
Your first day you're here, you see all this outreach that this community,
Yeah, it was incredible.
This company does.
It was really surprising. I've seen a lot of businesses, big and small, that don't even consider giving back to the community, especially small businesses. They're like, oh, we need to focus on our own thing. We don't need to worry about doing community outreach.
Sure.
We've got our own thing going on, so why worry about it? But how do you build those connections and foster a sense of community if you aren't putting yourself out there as part of the community? You're just existing within it instead.
Exactly. You told me a story beforehand. We won't go into the details where you told the former employee, look, do this. It's a great thing to do in the community. And they didn't see the value in it at all.
Yeah.
If you're a part of this community and you're asking people to come in and spend their hard-earned dollar with you, which is what we're asking them to do, then we should say back, hey, look, we're also in this for the community, for the long haul. We want your property values to increase. We want things to get better. We want the animals to have someplace to go. We want the kids with cancer to have. You should have seen some of the toys that people brought in from this community for the kids with cancer. I'm not talking about $2 toys, buddy. I'm talking about gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of stuff, okay? Same thing for the animals. They brought in 100-pound bags of dog food.
Yeah.
That's this area. That's the beauty of this beautiful area. This is a city, but it's also little, small, beautiful communities. There's tremendous caring and charity in this area. Much more than, so you're from the West Coast, I'm from the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Same thing. What you said about Oregon, it's the same thing in New York. Everybody's would be fighting on the way home on the plane. Nobody's thinking about anybody else. And it's all, dog eat dog world. And you better not be wearing your milk bone underwears when that happens. That's all I can tell you, okay?
Yeah.
So it is better here in the Midwest in that way, and we do come together. And when we foster that here with not just the community outreach, but with this mindset of let's put families first in everything. Pat McCurran has put that in everything that we do here. The families come first. We understand what they're up against. We are all raising families ourselves.
Yeah.
right? We all are in the same boat. We all live in the same area. We're all up against the same things. We all breathe the same air. We're all looking at that same cost of living. So when we can make it just a little bit easier for the families, and we can make it just a little bit easier for those beautiful nonprofits that are doing the great work in the community, it just keeps trickling down, and there's a win-win-win-win-win for everybody, right?
Exactly.
And again, in your life, you've seen a lot of that in the opposite way, and it doesn't work. To be cold and antiseptic and not caring for your community, it just flat out doesn't work, does it?
That's how you end up with your West Coast and East Coast communities where they're not operating as a community, they're just cohabitating.
You're not even allowed to
There's no
talk to somebody on a
relationships.
plane if you're in New York. They literally smack you just for talking to them. You're not allowed to. You literally
Yeah.
go smack. Who said you could talk to me? You'll get a backhand.
Mhm.
Okay, and that's them being nice to you, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That's their attempt at nice.
I have a friend in New York who crashed one of those scooters that you can rent on his way home. Someone offered him help, and he was like, "Hey, screw you, why are you talking to me?" And they're like, "You crashed your scooter." And he's like, "I don't care." I'm like, "Okay, New York. Well, there we are."
And again, there are some, we're stereotyping a bit. We're having some fun
oh,
here.
yeah.
We're generalizing. But in the end of the day, there is truth to those cultural differences. And here in this Midwest, I just think it's more open to the warmth of that kind of giving, of that spirit of the family and in the community.
Yeah.
And it's definitely been an exciting and welcoming change for me and for you also
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it has been.
So we've come from both sides of the coast, and we somehow met in the middle here, Brittany.
Yeah.
I wonder how that happened.
Some people know where it's best to be, I
Some
guess.
people do. So, all right, any last tidbits you want to share with anybody? Anything about you want to tell us that we wouldn't know ordinarily? Is there like a secret about you or something cool or something interesting? Did you ever do anything really funky or cool that you could tell us? Like I met Will Chamberlain once.
You met Will Chamberlain
I got drunk
once.
with Will Chamberlain once.
I met Rascal Flatts once in Vegas.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, I ran into him when I was leaving from their show, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you talk to him?
At the Hard Rock. Briefly, yeah.
And what'd you say to him?
Fangirling.
Did you?
Unfortunately,
Did you get all like,
embarrassingly.
I
It's like, you are Rascal Flatts. Wow, I love you guys.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yep.
At that moment, you get all like,
Yep. And you're saying like, I promise I'm well read and communicate well, but not with you.
I communicate for a living, but if I met Paul McCartney right now, I'd be going, remember that time? I'd be like Chris Farley. Remember that time when you were in the Beatles?
Yeah.
That was cool. Right?
Yeah.
All right, anything else? Do you do any hobbies, any cool, fun stuff you could tell? What's something about you we don't know that we couldn't tell just from talking to you?
We've been talking a lot about rescue and the work that Pat and Mattress Direct has been doing with rescue. I actually have 3 rescue dogs.
Do you really?
Yep, I have 3 ranging from almost 9 years old to just 1. I worked and volunteered with rescues back in Portland, so hearing that from Pat yesterday when I came in for my interview was so endearing. It's something that's really near and dear to my heart because we brought up rescue dogs from California, from the border towns where there are so many strays when I was living back in Oregon. So that's a need, a cause that's really near and dear to my heart. So learning that I'm now working in a place that contributes to things like that and that regularly helps out causes like that is so wonderful for me.
It really does. It makes the whole community better. When we heard some of the stories, the one dog was tied to the mile marker, another one was shot. Somebody shot a dog.
Yep.
By the way, I'm still looking for you, the guy who shot the dog. I got people out there looking for you. We're gonna find you. So again, when we care about the animals, we care about the people, the people that can't take care of themselves. We're making our community better, are we not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the team. It's so good to
Thank
have you. All right, we're excited to have you part of the team. We're gonna get you knowing everything you need to know, so you'll be one of the best sleep specialists we got for sure. You've got all the right components. You care. You're smart. You've got it all going on. You got a great personality. So. You got a great smile. So everything we need, you got it all. We got it all. So all right, let's do this. We'll keep Brittany with us. When we come back, we'll do one last segment. The Sultan of Sleep is here. He is looking so handsome today, by the way. He's really intimidating me. I was told I wasn't allowed to say those kind of things anymore on the air, but I don't care. I really don't care. Well, always. He looks old, but today he just looks particularly he looks like
It's
he got a
the
little
new
color.
white shirt,
It's
Pat.
the new
You
white
weren't
shirt.
sure about it, but it's working.
He's losing weight. He's got some sun. He's got the hair going right now. He's got more moose than Canada in there right now as we speak. And I'm not supposed to compare how much better looking he is to me anymore, but it's true, and it's a little bit intimidating. His looks intimidate me just a little bit. So it's good that you're staying. Okay? We'll take a break. Sultan of Sleep right after this.
It's Deluxe for Consult Direct, making room for new models from Serta, Campbell, Beautyrest. Relaxopedic even has the new hybrid mattresses that are coming. So comfy, you can rest, relax, and recover. But today, last year's Serta iComfort mattresses are not $2,999, they're less than $999. Last year's models, demo models, floor samples, king size, tons of queen size models at major discounts. You can get a great deal on brand name mattresses at Mattress Direct at any of Mattress Direct locations. Come see a sleep specialist in store or check us out at stlmattressdirect.com.
Rule number 142. Saw logs all night, still sleep all right. Find your inner slumberjack with Mattress Direct. Sleep rules.
The Campbell Mattress Company is celebrating 90 years of building the most comfortable mattresses here in Missouri. Built locally since 1933, more of your hard-earned money goes into the mattresses made here. The 90th anniversary Campbell is our most comfortable yet, and right now you'll receive 2 deluxe Campbell pillows and a luxury sheet set. Shop local at Mattress Direct and get your mattress direct from the factory with no interest until 2028 and payment options for everyone.
Campbell mattresses are made in Missouri.
Hey everybody, welcome back. This is your show, Sleepless in St. Louis, right here in Marshall Home and Mattress Direct, 925 Northwest Plaza in Bridgeton. Come on over and see us right now. We're here till 8 o'clock. The Stageinator is here. Brittany is here. Colin's here. I'm here. Everybody's here with one goal in mind, which is to get you exactly what you need. You need a new mattress? We got them. You need, what else could you might need? You need pillows. You need a mattress protector. You need new sheets. You need a comforter. You need a bed set. Oh, you want to put it into you need an adjustable base too, don't you now? You need a new couch like this wonderful Cleat. You need new rugs. Well, we got that too. Side tables, lamps, sofa tables, all kinds of stuff. Dining room tables, everything you need for your home. If you have just gotten here, you've got everything that's got to be redone in your home. You just bought a house, right?
Yep.
So you're looking about now and you're seeing you can do the whole house right here, can't you now?
Yeah, I am. I told Pat yesterday I wasn't sure what I did to come into work here because I want to furnish my entire house out of this.
But here's what somebody told me that's just so good for them, because if you got to go to 4 stores and you want to finance, now you're financing 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
You're diluting your credit capabilities, right? And you're also putting it now. You got 4 payments, 4 different ways. Why do all that? Come right here, get everything bundled up in a great price, and 1 payment after that. That's just the way to go.
Yeah,
you're
right.
And then you can do everything for your house. Too many people say, well, I can't get all of it. I'm just going to be able to do the bedroom, or I'm just going to be able to do that, because they're thinking cash. But when you think financing, you can put more than one thing on that cart, and you can start getting everything. And then you can make it all work together. So we talk about, you have those lanes. You got your urban lanes. Hold on, this is another guy wanting to buy stuff right now. Yep, sure enough, there he is. Okay, let's note to self, turn off the phone before we start. All right, let's bring in the Sultan of Sleep. He's here with us right now. I'm telling you, he's on fire lately. He's picking out all these furnitures. He's making new matches. We got new things happening on the floor all the time, and every time we turn around, he's finding out somebody else to help and someone else to help make a difference with. So, Pat, come on and sit down, buddy. Come and join us, man.
Man, you gotta take that sale, man. I can take over today on Sleepless in St. Louis. I'm Pat McCurran, and I am no Pete O'Shea, but I'll do my best.
That was pretty good.
Not
that
bad.
Was pretty good.
Not
That
bad.
was pretty good. That was really good. That was really good. Pat, as we hear that Brittany comes right in and sees all that she saw, that she noticed those things, those differences about who we are compared to some of the others. Doesn't that warm your heart that on day one she's able to see that?
Well, yeah, and so Brittany and I had a really interesting interview that turned from a in-person interview into a vendor planning meeting with some other folks. And like I told her that the number one prerequisite for being a sleep specialist at Mattress Direct is to be a good person and be empathetic. And so you can take that if you need to, man. You want me to chat with you? Oh my gosh, it's all got to get the YouTube on it. That's you on YouTube.
That's
watching
me.
you on YouTube.
That's me watching myself on YouTube. Okay, that was us watching us. Okay, go ahead.
But no, man, being a good person and being empathetic and wanting to help people, because at the end of the day, we carry products. And you said earlier, like, you don't want to buy things online. And there are some nuts and bolts and mouse traps and stuff like that that are the same no matter where you go.
Sure.
You're going to buy them at a department store or something. But something that truly requires a level of service, like finding the right mattress for yourself. It's a very personal choice. Like, that's a real good connectivity to you, Brittany, too. Like, starting off in hairdressing, that's a very personal piece of someone's existence. And like you start off with foundational knowledge, much like we do here at Mattress Direct. This is how these things work. This is how the styles work. These are how the chemicals work. And then how that applies to each and every person, and not only how it works, but how they feel about how it works is exactly what we do here. We want to make sure you understand the difference between the basic mattress, which is good, the slightly better mattress, which is better, the ones we build down the street so they don't have to come across the country, so more of your money goes into the mattress instead of the transportation or advertising. And so the more you know about how you're going to get a good, better night's sleep, the better you're going to sleep and the more money we can save you.
And we're constantly evolving that process. About every 90 days, another new mattress is coming on board, or the next level of something, the new Marshall Home collection. It's not a stagnant thing here.
No, man. At the Mattress Direct, we strive to have the very best 40 to 50 choices that you could possibly choose from. We work with all the manufacturers, all the brands you've heard of, all the new brands that come out, all the old brands that are there, all the companies from local areas, from regional areas, and we even talk to the ones from across the country. And so at any given point in time, the best 40, 45 models that you could possibly want to look at, the best value, bang for your buck, is what you're going to find at a Mattress Direct. Now today is one of those fun days where we've got 7 new models that we're comparing back here and trying to assess whether or not they might crack that top 40.
Right, so again, even if we get them in the building, they haven't cracked that top 40
That's exactly
yet.
right.
We're going to still do our research. We're all going to start laying on them. We're all going to start comparing them to what we have. And at the end of the day, you're shuffling the deck each time to make sure the top of the top is what we got.
Yeah, we always want the very best product and the very best value that people are going to keep in their home and be comfortable with for the long term. As we talk a lot about the 3 sleep rules being aligning your spine and relieving your pressure points so that your body is in alignment, and then making sure you don't get too hot or too cold. If there was one other thing that I would be concerned with, is making sure that you don't feel a partner moving on the other side of the bed. We want to make sure to absorb motion. That's another one of the reasons that people don't get a great night's sleep. And from there, it's making sure that the product is durable. It's going to stay with you. And like I'll tell people every day, your bodies will change more over the next 5 to 10 years than the mattress will. But we want to make sure the mattress can adapt with you and the way you're going to use it on a night-to-night basis.
So you're doing 2 things simultaneously. You're looking at what
That
else.
would be a downgrade. It's usually like 22
Well, I
things.
mean, in this particular realm, you're right. This is a guy that has 11 hats each day, okay? But you're looking at what everyone else is doing, what you're doing at the same time, and you're trying to fit it all into the ranges of what everybody's sleep needs are.
That's 100% right. And what I think is super interesting, especially for Brittany starting today, she met one of our new vendor reps yesterday who's going to come and tell us excellent facts about their 3 products. But that does not tell Brittany how that product compares to other products in the marketplace, how that product compares to other products on the Mattress Direct showroom floor, and whether or not those 3 products are actually one of the best 3 products that will crack the top 40 and be one of the ones that you might see at a Mattress Direct. And so there are 100 people selling us on why theirs are the best, just like there's 100 people selling you on why theirs are the best. And what used to start with a community brick and mortar trip where you would come and see a Mattress Direct and maybe compare one other place and see how much money we're saving you, and then know this is the right one for you. Today, before you've even gone shopping, you've probably seen a half a dozen direct-to-consumer ads for a very specific product that may or may not be the right one for you. They all want to be the right one for you, but you don't know what the right one is for you until you actually experience that. Take it for a test drive in. Come visit Pete and Brittany and I and figure out, why is this one $100 less than that one? Why is Mattress Direct able to sell this mattress for 20% less than the store across the street? And we will show you how to get the best night's sleep and save you money in doing it. And Pete's got all the payment options, so he can make the right thing affordable for everyone.
For everybody. There's nobody that's left out anymore. That's the beauty of it. So again, there are so many different types of technology that go into mattresses, and that's part of the thing that people don't understand either. They're used to just that one old-fashioned way, grandma's mattress that we all knew growing up, where you jumped on it, you hit the ceiling, right? Now through the ceiling. Now it's a whole different ball game, and it's about teaching that to people when they come in, because you're right, they see something online. All right. Once you say the word mattress out loud in your house, you're going to get inundated with ads.
100%.
Zuckerberg's listening to everything.
I see more mattress ads than any of you.
Right.
So.
Okay. So it's interesting you said that. You put it that way. they're being pitched, you're being pitched 100 too.
100%, yeah.
So you are thinking like the consumer, like
sure.
the family man that you are. You got a couple of youngins, you got a family. You're trying to think about
Yep.
what's that going to be. What are the right ones that fit into the right levels
Yeah.
for everybody? And that is quite an interesting game of, the show game here to kind of figure out how do I make it all work for everybody.
Yeah, one, I think that's a great way of looking at it. If you want to know what you ought to buy, ask your sleep specialist what they bought themselves, what they buy for their parent, what they buy for their child. And so, I mean, I can show you the mattress over there at Mattress Direct. It definitely cracks the top 40. That's what I put my 5-year-old when she was ready for her big girl bed. And if I'll put my girl on it, you know that you can put your girl on it too. It's going to be the kind of bed that you would want to buy for your family because it's comfortable and it's supportive. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Built right here in Missouri, so you know it's going to be a good value and it's going to last a long time too.
That's a huge selling point for us in general here as a company. We mentioned it the other day when we were putting the Marshall Home Collection together. Brenda and I and Colin, we spent 6 weeks talking to every customer. We compiled a list of the things they wanted. We were able to bring them directly to you, the CEO, and get action immediately. Because you're a family person also. You care also.
Now, let's be honest. Brenda did all the work.
Sure she did.
All I did was say, Brenda, you're a genius.
Yeah.
That's all I had to do. And so I get a lot of credit for this, but Brenda did the work.
I was asked over and over again which ones I liked. I said whichever one Brenda likes.
That's right. Brenda is the way to go.
Because she is the way to go. But in other words, we were able to come directly to you. This is not 1,000 stores where the CEO is 9 levels away from me and I can't talk to him.
Yeah.
I get to talk to you every day. I tell you directly what's coming from the people, and then you immediately act on it.
Yeah. Brenda and I often talk about things that I barely remember from my early childhood in the mattress business, and she remembers them well because she was out there doing it at the same time. And so there aren't a whole lot of people in this business that have been doing it longer than me, but Brenda is one of them. She knows a lot about a lot of things.
There's a phrase, it's called institutional memory.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you two have that. Your sister has it also in abundance. And you're the leaders of our company. So that allows us to all have that as well. Your years of experience in this are ours also. And that pays such dividends for the customer because you're thinking like they are.
Yeah.
Okay? The guy that's got the 1,000 Ashley stores, I guarantee you he ain't thinking like the people are.
I know that guy, and you're right. The thing that really stood out for Brenda for me is she is out shopping the other furniture stores for you. She's been everywhere you could possibly go. She's been on every website you could possibly have been on. And she has hand selected the best value available for the homes of St. Louis. And so I might look at a sofa and say, Pete, that looks great. I love that sofa. That looks great. And Brenda will tell me, that's about 4 inches too long to fit into the homes in this neighborhood across the street. And it's not going to work for about 12% of the people who are going to walk through the door. And so we'll be looking for a different size sofa for those people so that no matter where you live, no matter what style you like, no matter what your aesthetic, we have what you need and we know how to get it to your home. And we've got the local delivery guys. We'll bring it in and set it up and get you all set up. We work so hard on the service aspect of it. Because at the end of the day, a sofa is a sofa, but this is the Laclede sectional.
That's correct.
And this fits in the homes of St. Louis. And this is really nice, Pete.
So comfy, okay? It's just so beautiful. But, that's just so beautiful when you say that. So we can, right, find. I love when a customer comes in here and they say to Brenda, oh, I could get this over there. She'll show them, no, you can't. Let me show you what you actually can do. There's no one who knows more about it. And that's the beauty of it. So when we tell you this is the lowest price, we're not guessing.
Nope.
We're absolutely certain of it. We've done the research. We made sure that it fits into your lane, guys. We didn't purchase anything, not one thing in the whole new Marshall Home Collection that wasn't in the family lane. Nothing. Sleepless sofas for $1,100, brother.
Yeah.
They're not going to find that nowhere else.
Oh man, and like even the sleeper sofas are available without the sleeper sofa. If you don't need the extra bed, it's significantly less money if you don't need the silver sleeper.
Right?
All kinds of options to make whatever space you are occupying the most comfortable it can be in for every day, every night, special occasion. We want you to feel at home when you're at home. And so like that's what stands out to me, and that's where Marshall Home really came from, is the feeling of making your house into a home.
Did you hear that? Making your house into a home. Yeah. And to now see these they're here now.
A lot of it, yeah. There's
right?
more coming
There's
in
more
right
coming.
now.
There's stuff in the boxes right now that we're opening.
The work
Next
is never
week,
done.
It's never done. But the 8 that we started with me, you, Brenda, sat down. We started naming them. We started coming up with the whole idea. They're here now.
Yeah.
and people are loving them, by the way.
Yeah,
We're
the
already selling
Devolver,
them,
yeah,
okay?
the Laclede,
The Laclede, the
Delmar.
Webster, the Delmar. We made it for St. Louis, okay? The chairs, the Berry and the Turner and the Hathaway and all the musicians, the street names, the towns, the neighborhoods. That's what this is now.
Yeah.
How does that feel for you? All these years, everything, your grandfather, everything.
Well, I tell you what, man, you visit another furniture store and you see a product that's going to look great in somebody's mesquite ranch in Texas. And there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your aesthetic, we've got it too. But I'm going to be honest and tell you that's not what most of the St. Louis really wants. And so tailoring the looks and the quality and giving the value that really makes your house feel like a home without breaking the bank, like that is the Homer way. You know, that's what Marshall Homer Gray would have done.
So your grandfather is smiling down from heaven right
Yeah, man, it
now.
would have
He
been his birthday
90,
this week.
right? He would have been
96.
96 this week.
Yep.
How proud can you even imagine he is right now when he sees the new Marshall Home Collection, the new matches, everything that you're doing for the families in the community? How proud do you think he is?
I think pretty proud.
I think he's very proud.
And there's a lot of foundational knowledge that is built into that. I mean, we're talking about the guy who taught me how to skin a fish or milk a cow, all the types of skills that like make you who you are. And he worked hard at everything he did, and he didn't do anything the short way or the wrong way. And so when I put my heart and soul into something, like I know that's the kind of thing he would have done.
Yeah, that's exactly right. All right, so we teased this, so we want to get to this now. The new X2, right? The new Relaxopedic. You said it first.
Is
you
it
thought
your
was
new
full.
favorite bed?
It is my new favorite.
It's
bed.
half the price of your old favorite bed.
I know, and it's so comfy. And I'm honest with you, I take my break there every day.
Yeah.
I take my break there every day. I ate lunch there the other day.
Morning break, afternoon
Yeah,
break,
you better believe it.
lunch break,
Yep.
dinner break,
Yep.
second breakfast
Second
break.
breakfast, yep. Power nap break. All those breaks are all in there. But you were thinking about it. We originally said we thought it was 4 different hybrid technology. You're thinking it's actually maybe 5, maybe even more.
I just keep thinking about how much work went into giving your body exactly what it needs, and so depending upon how you look at it, like we've been saying 4 for a while, but I think you could really get to 5. And if you keep in mind the sleep rules being align your spine, the number 1 and 2 things that go into that are the top 2 technologies that I think about, because like I'm a bigger bodied person, I want to be well supported. And so taking that individually pocketed coil, which is its own technology of its own in absorbing motion transfer, but we're actually consolidating and posturizing the center half of the bed. Because no matter what size or shape you are, you weigh the most from your knees to your shoulders. This is where your body needs the most support. And so guess what we did? The bottom 80% of the mattress is posturized support in a pocketed coil unit, which holds your body up. Now, what happens when I make it too hard in the middle of the bed? You got to make sure you relieve your pressure points. And so your hips and shoulders, we're going to combine that posturized core with the EXO technology, which is maybe my favorite technology in mattresses all time. We're talking about a high-density memory foam layer that is sculpted to fit your body the same way the insoles fit in your shoes.
Wow.
And so if you've got an insole in your shoe with great arch support, you know how that not only makes your feet feel better, but it makes your back feel better. And now imagine how good I can make your back feel when it fits your whole back. And so this insole is a little softer on your hips, a little firmer in the small of your back, a little firmer behind your thighs, a little softer behind your shoulders, a little softer behind your knees. And so you can really feel that lumbar support when you lie on your back, but you can really feel that pressure relief when you lie on your sides. When you lay on your sides, your hips and shoulders need a little more pressure relief. And so my favorite part about it is if you and your partner are not the same height or weight or sleep in the same position or go to sleep at the same time, this is a bed that is a no compromise bed, because when your big guy wants to sleep on his back, it's because of how good it feels on the small of his back, and this bed does that.
Yeah, it does.
But when the ladies of the world want to sleep on their sides, they want that pressure relief on their hips and shoulders, and this bed does that. And so all of a sudden, 2 people who are sleeping 2 different ways both like the same thing, that in and of itself is a technology, being able to make it a no compromise situation where everybody gets what they want. And so we haven't even talked about climate control. We haven't even talked about cooling. We haven't even talked about climate right and temperature neutral pressure relieving memory foam. We haven't even talked about steel coil edge that goes all the way to the perimeter that makes the bed feel 20% bigger than the major brands.
But I mean, am I up to 5 yet? I
think-
feel like
I
I
think
get
you
over
are.
5.
I think you're at 6
Yeah,
now.
man, you can keep going if you want. It is easily the nicest bed per dollar and half the price of your last favorite bed.
Yeah.
And half the price of the bed you'd see on special at any of your major stores or the retail guys across the street. And you get them direct from the factory when you order them at Mattress Direct.
But you love how he lights up when he starts to get into that part. When he gets into his full scientist mode,
I
he
Yeah.
lights up.
love
He loves it.
sleeping well.
But this is what I'm talking. This is that authentic. When he did his impression of Brenda, and she was 12%. That's exactly what she said. She didn't kind of say that. She said that exactly. So they really do know. They're not kind of guessing at it. They really are the experts, you know. And that's such a big difference. And the compassion, all right, the passion for people to get them a better night's sleep.
Yeah.
To see this as a health and wellness industry.
Man, we ship products, but the value is in the service that we'll provide in curating and fitting you to the correct pillow and mattress for you, your body type, and telling you what to expect. Because you can buy a mattress a lot of places. They got them at the gas station, Pete. You can buy a mattress off the shelf at a place that doesn't sell mattresses. There's nobody around to tell you what's inside it or what it's about or anything about it. You can buy a mattress a lot of places, but you're not going to get a better value than finding the right one. And what is the cost of sleeping on the wrong mattress? What happens when you don't get a great night's sleep?
You are risking serious health issues. If you're averaging 5 hours instead of 7 hours, your chances of dementia go up 280%. 280%. Because you're not giving your body the recovery time, you're not letting that stress get off your body, you're not letting those muscles relax, and you're looking at all kinds of downstream health issues. All kinds.
And so finding the right mattress and pillow to do the 3 things, the sleep rules. We want the muscle groups to disengage. If you are on the right mattress and the right pillow, none of your muscles are tense. You've spent 2 or 3 minutes getting comfortable at a Mattress Direct showroom. If your back is still tight, it's probably not the right something. We'll either change your pillow or we'll try a different mattress. We're going to talk to you about what is keeping that muscle from disengaging, because not until that muscle disengages can it rest, so you can relax, so you can recover from your day. And so that X2 Hybrid, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's a very comfortable bed. It is built to fit a lot of different people. Professional athletes are loving it. We've got it on several of the NHL players here in town. We've got quite a few of the city players and soccer players coming to check it out. It is a performance device for half the price of what you pay for a normal mattress.
All right, I'm glad you bring it up. We're going to do one more question, then we'll rock. All the athletes told us straight out, immediately they saw the difference. Their training increased, their rest helped them to get more. Eric Pereira, who was here from Ambush last week, he told us straight out, saw the difference right away. Robbie Thomas said the same thing, right? Right away he noticed the difference.
I'm going to do you one better, because not only did he feel the difference, did he feel like it helped him rest, relax, and recover, but what's truly important is his fiance loved it too.
That is truly important, right? Truly important. So, guys, like he said, you don't go getting a mattress from the gas station. Do you buy a steak at Red Lobster? No, you don't, okay? Do you go to the steak place and order lobster? No, you don't, right? You go to the right place for the right thing. You go see the right people for the right things that you need. A mattress is an important component in your life. I think that's the number one thing we've been trying to teach them, Pat, since we started this show.
Yeah.
People don't see it as an important component like they see going to the gym or going on a diet.
Brittany, you've been hanging out with me for about 24 hours now.
You poor thing.
And before you walked through the door, I would assume that you knew mattresses were mattresses and you knew about some brands, but they all kind of looked the same to you.
Yes.
And I would think you would say, after spending 24 hours in my general proximity, that you've got a pretty good handle on what people need to get a great night's sleep, better than the people who are walking through the door asking. And so it is a fact. When you come shopping for a mattress, it's okay that you don't know what you're doing. We know that you need a little bit of help, but we're not going to overdo it. We're not going to oversell you. We're going to show you the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of how to find your own best night's sleep. We're going to show you which mattresses are designed for the way you get to sleep, to solve the problems you have getting a good night's rest, to make sure you get the best value for you every single night. And so when they come in and they say, my grandma always bought Serta. It's like, Sertas are great. If you and your grandma happen to be the same age, same height, same weight, happen to have the same career and do the same thing, go to bed at the same time, wake up at the same time, and have the same thing for breakfast, maybe you definitely want the same thing grandma had. Or maybe we could just start by fitting you for the right one. If it happens to be a Serta, that's great. But let's make sure that we're working for you and not for the one grandma bought 20 years ago. They make them a little different today. We want to make sure you get the best fit for you.
There you go. You go to some of those other mattress places. We won't say them by name. Excuse me. They're going to sell you. We're not selling you. We're teaching you. We're here to be sleep specialists to show you how you can get that better night's rest, how you can take care of your health better, and save money in doing it. The right mattress pays for itself in no time at all. Between the non-monster drinks that you don't have to buy, the coffee, all the different things it does for your life, the air conditioning bill, everything like that. A Mattress Direct mattress pays for itself.
Hey man, sleep better, feel better. Helps you from you eat better when you've slept better. You feel better when you've slept better. You're your best self when you've gotten a great night's sleep, and that's what we're here to do, is to make St. Louis the best place to be. And I like to think that the reason people are so much more polite and comfy here is because we're doing a good job.
Because they're getting more rest here. Nobody's sleeping in Oregon. That's the problem. Okay, that's why they're cranky all the time. Nobody's getting an ounce of sleep there. They don't even know whether it's day or night there. Okay, they can't even tell the difference. So that's why you need to come here to Mattress Direct. Any final thoughts, Brittany? You have any questions for the Sultan of Sleep?
I don't think so. I mean, thank you for the absolutely insane welcome.
Right?
This is such an experience.
Okay, we throw you right in the deep end around here, don't we? Right? First day, you're on the show, and you're all in, and you're a sleep specialist. You're ready to rock and roll, right?
I don't know about ready to rock and roll, but I'm gonna
It
get
takes
there.
a few
We'll
more
get
than
there.
one.
Yeah. But she's really good. But she fits in already with us, okay? Because she understands the same thing that we've just been talking about. This is a mission that we're on. This isn't about trying to run a business. This is about trying to help a community and trying to change the world in the process. A better night's sleep from everybody means we got a better community. Just that simple. It's just that simple, guys. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching Sleepless in St. Louis. We'll see you next time. Come on over and see us. We're here today till 8 o'clock. March at Home Mattress Direct, 925 Northwest Plaza in Bridgeton. Come see us. We're here till 8 o'clock. The Stage and Neighbors here to help you.